Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome or welcome back to Billy Goat's Prophetic Vessel. It's your girl, Billy Goat, and we got a message for you. Welcome to your Capricorn and Chosen One channel. Let's get into these timeless messages, okay? All right, so the title of this reading, as you can see, is Be Mindful of Your Currency. All right, be mindful of your currency. Here's how they've been stealing. Let's first say this too. I command in God's name, all entities, parasites, and evil monitors, spirits that's cloaked and uncloaked, be blocked, bound, and deaf, and return back to sentence and replaced with good, according to God, Yahweh, Yeshua Christ will, uncloak, uncontaminated, uncompromised, so it isn't. Thank you. All right. All right, so let's get into it. So be mindful of your currency. Your currency is, so a part of your currency is the obvious, your money, your paper money, right? All right. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of your bank accounts. Make sure you're watching those, and so on and so forth. Okay. Um, one of the ways that theft has taken place when it comes to bank accounts, spiritually speaking, is um I'll share through example. One day, I mean, this happened a few times, but it was pattern recognition. Every time I would make like a purchase, an entity, spirit, whatever the case may be, they would like spiritually hack into my device. Oh, and that's another thing too. They've been hacking, spiritually speaking, they've been hacking into people's devices. All right. And entities, evil spirits, dark galactic, worldly beings. Okay. Um, and so as they have been doing that, I paid for something that was like $3 to $5. Tell me why um they it's like it was already taken out of my account. I saw it that day. 2, 3 days later, and mind you, this wasn't over the weekend. This was during business days. Okay, nobody say, "Oh, well, sometimes that happens." No, and it's happened multiple times. All right. Um, they took my previous purchase and made it come up again. Like they made it seem like, okay, oh, you made this same purchase again. So basically it would take, if I paid $5 for that previous purchase on like maybe the 16th of a month, they would redo that purchase maybe on like the 19th. So there would be a date difference. Okay. So just to let you know, be mindful of your bank accounts. Okay. Please make sure you keep watch. All right. I command in God's name all entities, parasites, evil monitoring spirits that's cloaked and uncloaked, be blocked, blind, and deafened, return back to sinners and replaced with good, according to God, Yahweh, Yeshua Christ will, uncloak, uncontaminated, uncompromised, so it is, and thank you. All right. So another part of your currency is how you look, right? So another part of how they're trying to target currency, when I say they, I'm talking spiritually and physically, is by ailments. Okay. So when a person is trying to do any type of beauty magic on you or target like your looks or whatever, it's gonna like play out with either like maybe you won't have the currency to purchase what you need to maintain, or to do what you need to do to upkeep. It can come in the form of I mean, I've seen it play out in different ways, so we'll keep it PG, you know. Um, ooh, baby, somebody tried to offer you up, honey, to try to do some type of work, and somebody ain't take it. The energies didn't take it. and then it ain't go through. What well, yeah, your beauty is your current is a part of your currency too, because you think about what you can use your beauty for, right? And not saying that it should be necessarily taken advantage of per se, because beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But this is what exactly why people do beauty spells if they don't feel like they're secure enough within themselves. That doesn't make it okay. But as an example, so when anybody does any form of black magic, that is going to siphon your energy. And so as above, so below. So therefore, hey, make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're feeling these vibes. All right. And so it's like when they're doing the black magic and an ailment occurs, that's stealing from you too. That's stealing your currency. Anytime you have an ailment, that's a theft of currency. All right? Because especially depending upon the ailment that you have as well, okay? Um will depict upon how much loss is happening here. Okay? And anything that's spiritually connected to you, you know, like you need something to offset the loss. And this is a contributing factor as to why people are not living as long, because they're not they're constantly being in a state of drainage, all right, spiritually, and they're not realizing all the different ways that this leakage is happening, so that they can do what they need to do to stop it or offset it, right? And so like there's not enough income, and I'm not just talking about you punching in the clock and you're receiving income. Like people are not being poured into, and if they are being poured into, it's not properly. People will say, "Oh, but I'm eating and I'm drinking water." Yeah, but that water is not the best. The food is not the best. Or some people have certain demonic contracts that are out. Believe it or not, that's preventing you from receiving certain nutrients that you need to intake when you are eating. I mean, it's a whole thing, right? I just had a little bit of energy siphon for me just now because I'm sharing knowledge, because I'm still in the midst of canceling certain contracts and shit out, right? That's been preventing me from speaking full truth. So I'm right there with you. Okay. So I'm again bringing things to you guys as I am learning, and because I'm in spiritual school, baby. I mean, period. I'm constantly learning. I'm always the student and the teacher, okay? So that is a way. And listen, when ailments appear, there are definitely psychic cords that are appearing as well, okay? Whether you can feel them or not, because that's where they're making the transfer. That's what's doing the siphoning, right? They're using the psychic cord to pump it to their whatever grids they're using, their demonic grids, right? Or if like this is a family member that's trying to um let's say target your finances, right? Or target your beauty, or if they're trying to target, your love life, then you may see a loss in people wanting to be around you. That's currency. You being able to network, that's currency. That's one of the ways that some of you guys are being targeted, and how this loss and theft is taking place. But maybe you guys are not realizing it. And don't get it twisted. You do have to balance spirituality with practicality. Sometimes you just may have shitty people that needed to go in the first place. All right. Um, but however, for this video, for this message, this is what's going on. All right. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Okay. Put yourself on the side of the story as you see fit. Um, Another way that currency can be tampered with is like you being able to work, right? I mean, that might sound like cliche, but health, not but also health is wealth. If you are so bogged down and you're not able to run your business, right? Or you're not able to, actually get up and go to work, whatever have you, or do both. Like, that's a loss in currency, right? Um, I remember I was taking an exam, and by the grace of God, this exam, I was able to retake it as many times as I needed it until I passed. But it was just a principle. I shouldn't have had to do that. Because I know I, I shouldn't have had to do that. But anyway, as I was taking the exam, so for those of you guys that don't know, if you're new here, hey, please make sure you like, share, kind of subscribe if you're feeling these vibes. I am overcoming the spiritual virus known as the Rapture Part 2. All right. It is a virus that infiltrates a bloodline's infrastructure with the intention of just trying to take it out completely from the inside out. A lot of people already are overcoming this virus. They don't know that this is the virus that they are overcoming. This is a part of the reason why I am doing this reading and sharing this information and these downloads. Okay, we are going to pull out some cards with this. Kind of just doesn't require a deck. um so this is also part of the reason why I wear gloves, for energetic protection on both sides here, for myself and for you guys as well, for those that have it and they don't know they have it and they don't know to clear, and for me, even if I've cleared or I've picked up something on the way, just to keep energetic clearance as much as possible, right? um so this energetic virus that's been trying to, eat bloodlines from the inside out that people are not aware of, it's sucking on the currency, right? And so I already had a wound prior to me contracting this spiritual virus. And the virus harps on your unhealed wounds in whatever way, shape, or form. And as I was taking this exam, I felt energy constantly being siphoned from me. It was so referred to as a leakage. All right. And I had to take this, I had to retake it, I think like maybe 4 or 5 times. On the fifth time, I was eating something, right? I passed that fifth time. And the Holy Spirit revealed that in that scenario, that was letting me know how bad the loss had gotten, to the point where they were, how bad the loss has gotten. Some of you guys, so a couple of things. One, he was letting me know how bad the loss had gotten, to the point where it was impacting my ability to pass exams, right? Like they were, because anytime I didn't pass an exam was a win for them. They were taking anything as a form of currency. So God allowed it to happen so I could become aware, not because he wanted it to. And for me to see that me eating, so everything is energy. This deck, energy. My device, energy. Hair, energy, right? Us as a being, energy. This journal, you should purchase, by the way, if you would like. It's in the description box. Energy. All right. And so because I was losing more energy than I was receiving, it was showing up in the form of me. The loss was showing up in the form of me not being able to pass the exam. Now, let's say you guys are trying to take an exam to get a license or a certification to make more money, or go deeper into your career. Which you don't know you have a spiritual leakage somewhere that's manifesting in the physical realm in the form of a ailment or something like that. That because this is stuff is not taught to us. All right. So I command in God's name that all demonic contracts and agreements that any entity working through Randy, Michael, 368 be canceled out, return back to senders and replaced with good. And get the fuck off my motherfucking live with that shit. Anyway. And so with that being said, it's like you guys are gonna have to learn how to replenish your currency in different ways. You guys are going to need to be mindful of how much you are taking as far as losses is concerned, and you're going to have to be mindful of so even appliances breaking down, that's a form of loss. All right. um Appliances breaking down is a form of loss. Okay. If um hmm Anyway, appliances breaking down is a form of loss. Your car not working properly is a form of loss. You losing on a game can be a form of a energetic loss that they're tapping into and you not knowing it. Also, too, for those that struggle taking tests, there's a reason why you feel like when you study something, you start forgetting it when you are trying to take that trying to remember psychic cords. Okay, I'm gonna keep bringing up psychic cords and how they are utilized and what they cause. All right, so when you're taking an exam as or you're doing a quiz or something like that and it's hard for you to remember, there's psychic cords that will siphon your energy and start tampering with your crown chakra, which is your like your where your brain is, and make it hard for you to recall information, in addition to you having any implants that is wiping your memory. That's another form of how they are trying to steal your currency. Your opportunities is forms of currency too. Okay, so just be mindful. Your skin, tapping back into that currency. um what else, God? What else? Because it's so much. Okay, but let's get into actual tarot. You love my energy. All right, Holy Spirit, what's the stitch? So be mindful. I'm hearing a lot of you guys may need to start resulting to like a all-in-one type product. Like if you in a Book of Job season, and or when you as you're trying to preserve, like you may need to get a body wash that you can use as a shampoo, uh shampoo, body wash, and like a bubble bath. Right? You need to use an oil that you can use as a hair oil, a body oil, right? And like you need, I'm hearing like this is what's going to be needed for preservation purposes when it comes to as we approach the ending times. Okay. Yep, this is a part of transformation. So this is how you guys will have to watch your currency as we are approaching ending times. Okay, you guys are going through a rebirth. I'm hearing the whole galaxy is going through a rebirth. This whole planet is going through a rebirth. Change in reverse. So you have energies that don't want this change, that don't want this rebirth. So because they don't want to see you change, they don't want to see you move on, they don't want to see you be rebirthed, they're trying to make offerings in order for energies to try to stop you. We have resurrection in reverse here, so that you can't rise, to the top here. Okay, there's energies that try to sacrifice you so you wouldn't be able to rise up, so you wouldn't be able to rise to the occasion, so you wouldn't be able to do your mission. So they try to fuck with your resources, all the ways that you possess currency, right? Another part of currency that I didn't mention is your spiritual gifts, right? If you can, a lot of you guys have multiple talents and gifts. Like, you can sing. A lot of you guys can do this, you know. And one of the ways that they started to steal is by tricking the society into thinking that you could only do one thing, right? Oh, you want to be a teacher? You like to teach? You can only do one thing. Meanwhile, this person can sing, this person can dance, this person can act, this person can crochet, this person can build shit. A jack of all motherfucking trades. You should be able to express yourself through all things that God has given you as far as an innate gifts, right? Those are forms of your currency. And spiritual realm, the dark side feel like, okay, well, if you're not using your gifts, it's up for grabs. That shouldn't necessarily have that type of meaning. Yeah, see, and this is about freedom from all of that, freedom from all this theft that has happened on an individual personal level and on the societal level too. Okay, so when energies are preventing you from being your authentic self in the physical and spiritual realm, when energies are siphoning your energy through different, you know, and by ailments and all the rest of this stuff, that prevents you from using your gifts to its fullest extent, right? So like Doctor Strange, right? If you guys seen that movie, Doctor Strange, you know, he got hit. He had got into an accident that was planned. They planned that. And he used his hands, right? And he had to have surgery on his hands. His hands wasn't functioning the same. He wasn't able to be in his career for a while. And I say for a while because he was able to revamp himself. It was the principle. Like, that shouldn't have happened. So that started to fuck with his currency until he was able to heal, right? So be mindful. There's people and dark beings. They're trying to fuck with your currency in different ways, and they're trying to fuck with different knowledge, because knowledge is power too. Knowledge is currency. When you're not able to learn, when you're not able to advance in your knowledge, you're not able to do certain shit. You're not able to take heed on certain shit that you would take heed on and do had you initially had the knowledge, right? And so, because knowledge is power, right? When you don't know something, you can't ask questions. You can't search through different shit, right? So that's currency. They trying to prevent you from learning, preventing you from knowing different things. That's why we having this reading, to let you know how all of this theft and what they're doing and how they doing it and so on and so forth in the spiritual and physical realms. Listen. Message. What do we have? Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, we have peace in reverse. So they've been trying to destroy your peace. Peace is currency too. Peace helps you be grounded. It can help. It helps more to be grounded, right? And them fucking with your peace is like trying to fuck with your ability to be happy, right? Blissful. It's like, and I heard fucking with your peace has been putting a smile on their face, causing you pain. Whoever has been fucking with you in the spirit and or physical realm, your pain caused them happiness. So this is how and why they've been feeding. Healing in reverse. So this is why it feels like it's been difficult for you to heal. That's why it's been feeling like it's been difficult for you to get by. All right? You be balanced. So it feels like this is why you've been unbalanced or unstable, because they've been fucking with your essence. They've been fucking with your life force. Absolutely. But it looks like they might be deleted trying to do it. You know, I'm just saying, I'm just the messenger. I'm just calling out what I'm seeing and channeling here. All right. That's what it's looking like, because it looks like these energies is out here running a whole hell of a muck. Absolutely. I'm hearing it's time for everybody to take their power back. But you first have to learn how your power has been being siphoned, right? So that's a part of this reading too. You learning all the ways that your energy has been being siphoned and how they've been tricking you into different ways, right? Because everything is not about karmic debt. Some things are, though. Like, you can have an ailment and it has nothing to do with somebody sending you black magic, although ailments are linked to that. But you have to pay something back or whatever, and that's what that's linked to. And until you pay that back, then that ailment or whatever else and hell that you're going through is gonna be there. However, that's not everybody's case, though. And in some cases, people are going through both karmic debt in addition to added warfare because of spiritual attacks, which is horrible. It's horrible. So, we have divine counterpart here. So you guys are going to be very happy with the divine counterpart that's coming in. All right. I believe that you're my true love. Okay. So, but also too here, someone who's been causing you pain believes that you are their true love. Look at that, playing games. I didn't even look at the bottom of the deck here. And if you guys are interested in this deck is created by us, Dawn Spiritual Guidance. Dawn Spiritual Guidance is our other platform name. If you would like to subscribe to our other YouTube channel, Dawn Spiritual Guidance, the link is in the description box, okay? And the link to purchase this deck is in the description box too. All right. So what else do we have here? So we have God. God is here, right? God is our source of strength. And God saw how this potential divine counterpart, or in some cases divine counterpart here, they went through your Akashic records, or they paid someone to do it in some cases here. And when they did that, they put some sort of energy tag on you in order to keep tabs on you. And let me let you know, when somebody puts the energy tag implant on you, that siphons your energy and currency too. That starts tapping into your life force there. And your life force is a form of currency. Listen, you hear all this currency that you hear all the ways that you've been being stolen from for years, centuries. All right. We have energies. I'm putting fake codes, imprints, and hooks in your Akashic records to throw you off. So these dark energies have been fucking with your Akashic records, okay? And I'm hearing that the spiritual virus has been, like, you're protected, like you're protected as far as like God, like making sure things are where they need to be in certain essences, but you're still being impacted. Okay, like and your ability to be protected when it comes to your bloodline. I'm going through your Akashic records to see what you have going. I'm going through your Akashic records to see what you have coming towards you without your permission or God's. And it doesn't necessarily just have to be your Akashic records. It could be them getting a tarot reading on you too, to see what's coming towards you so they can learn, so they can see how to block it. And I'm also hearing too, they're going through your Akashic records to see what type of contracts that aren't closed out so that they can use them in order to violate you and attack you as justification. So it's going to be very important for you to start closing those past life contracts out, and current present life too, so that they aren't sitting here, oh well, we can constantly keep them in a cycle of pain in order to keep attacking them and stealing from them. Okay, karma is kicking my ass for how I've treated you and others. So because they violated your privacy, because this privacy, because they violated your privacy like this, they didn't think that they was going to get any type of repercussions for their actions. All right, and they're hiding the fact that karma's whooping that ass for all the different ways that they've been stealing from you. You know, if they've been paying practitioners to do this black magic, and or if they've been doing it themselves, them and their bloodlines, it's like, you know, all the ways that this they've been trying to live off you and your bloodline's currency. It's like trying to live off somebody else's life. That I'm hearing, that's what demons have been doing for years, centuries. That's how they've been trying to get access to heaven, is through his kids. And these are the different ways that they've been doing it. And I'm hearing and have been passing these dark practices down to those that practice the dark arts. But if you pay attention to those that practice the dark arts, they don't live as long either. Like, they ain't living a prosperous. I mean, they getting old too, is what I'm saying. And you know, aging is a part of a theft too. If you didn't know, via the Akashic records, old age, like aging period, right? That's a form of currency theft. If you didn't know, now you know. All right, spiritually speaking, check it out, Akashic records. I ain't new to this, I'm true to this. All right, we got sexual healing. So whoever you're dealing with, whether on a spiritual level and or physical level, they hid the fact that, yeah, look at that, I gaslighted you so that I wouldn't have to take accountability. Whoever you're dealing with here, they have been spiritually raping you. For those that applies to, they've been astral traveling to you, spiritually raping you, and this is a part of the reason why you have been having very painful periods, going to the bathroom nonstop, feeling like you can't hold on to money, feeling like you can't hold on to anything. This is why it's been manifesting in the physical realm for you like this. For those that section applies to. But for others of you, it's not just some, for others of you, it's not somebody just astral traveling to you. It's a whole demonic force. Sex trafficking ring, sex trafficking grid, spiritual wise. Okay. And so for others of you that may have had like a friend in the physical realm, and or you know, or this could be a lover, they hear the fact that they had like a sex addiction, or you, listen, take what resonates, with the rest behind. I'm just the messenger. All right. And because they hid that, it's like they're using sex, and because because they have so much negative energy, and because you guys have so much sex, it's draining you more than replenishing you. And because whoever has the healing organs, so that's the thing, you can have healing organs where when a person lays down with you, they will literally receive like healing benefits from your essence, and be able to like attract a job, attract some opportunities in the physical realm because of that sexual energetic exchange. That's why a part of the big reason why God says, look, listen, you might want to wait till marriage until you have sex, because y'all don't all know what goes into that, right? But I digress. If you do have it outside of marriage, you know, you need to be mindful of, you need to add some more standards to what a person needs to meet in order for you to open your legs to them. All right. Unhealed wounds. I have trauma and need to heal in order to treat you and myself better. So they hid the fact that they could have let you know that they had some unhealed wounds that they were dealing with, but maybe not all of them. I mean, and not saying that a person has to tell you everything, but it's like maybe telling you certain things, but omitting like the real important parts that you would have probably made some different decisions had you known, type of thing, right? It's like this friend or this family member or this lover hid the fact that they went to jail for murdering someone. I'm sorry, YouTube, unaliving someone, right? You know, or they didn't even get caught at all, right? Because we got karma in reverse. They didn't think they was gonna get repercussions for doing this. So they hid the fact that they even did something like that or to that degree from you, right? That's something big. Something that you probably would have made a different decision on. And somebody that's doing negative, dark, wicked stuff like that, and you laying down with them, you're not going to receive any benefit from them, but they're going to receive all the benefit from you if you are, not perfect with doing more things that benefit you and your body. These motherfuckers is playing games. Whoever this is, this friend, this family member, this lover, okay? Look at that. Stealing. These dark galactic beings that you have had other lifetimes with, stealing. Secretly stealing from you. Okay? Dislike my family and my family and friends dislike you. So in some cases, you got the whole family that's acting as a coven. You got the whole family in some cases that's acting as a coven. And they've been stealing about retrieving Akashic record type of information to see how different ways that they can siphon you. That's so spiritually taking your essence during sex to build off it or giving it to someone else. So it's like, if this energy cheated on you, they was able to get like different options of people that they wouldn't have been able to necessarily attract had they not. And using your essence that they're getting from sex or getting from just hanging around you, build a business with it, build a family with it, but not pouring back into you. So a lot of you guys losing currency just because of not being reciprocated. This is why it's important to have connections that are reciprocal, that pour into you, as well as you pouring into them. It doesn't have to look the same, but this is how theft occurs. Gaslighting in reverse is hidden gate. You look sexy and yummy as fuck. Might be lusting or loving. So hiding the fact that they was gaslighting you. Unless this was you, flip the energies as you see fit. But see, look at that, single. So for those that was dealing with a love situation romantically, they was acting single. Or you were. They had other dealings. They didn't tell you all that was going down. They didn't tell you. Okay. And again, if you guys want that, if you want this deck, it's available for purchase. The link to purchase this is in the description box. Okay. All right, Holy Spirit. What other messages do we have here? And that's Patty. So just be mindful. And it's like them it's like entities been trying to do this, and so it's like these people, this family, these couples that's sitting up here trying to live off your essence and trying to, in some cases, take you out of here doing it. This is why it's been feeling like it's been hard to live. This is why it's been feeling like it's been hard to just get by at sometimes, right? But God want to let you know, like, I see you. I see everything. I see how these energies sat up here and made these false agreements. I saw how this energy made the pact with the devil. I saw how this energy sat there and cheated and used your essence and did this and built that. I saw how they went in your bank account and stole. I saw how they sent, this, that, and the third. I saw how they tried to cover it up. I saw how they tried to knock you down. I saw how they tried to kick you while you was already down. God saw it all. I saw they tried to keep you from changing. I saw they tried to keep you from growing. I saw they tried to keep you from moving on and moving forward. I saw and heard all the conversations that you didn't see and hear. Okay? You see how my hair got caught? It was trying to do my thing. Must just trying to hold on. God sees how much is trying to hold on, trying to do different things, trying to keep you in a imbalanced type of situation, unstable, trying to fuck up your family vibe or make sure you don't get the one that you deserve. It's like somebody's doing too much, or these energies doing too much. And it's like, enough is enough. Rejection is challenging for me in reverse. So hiding the fact that, they feel like rejected by you. They don't like the fact that you don't want to be their friend again. They don't want, they don't like the fact that you don't want to be family with them, or you don't want to come around. You don't want to be friends, But like, who the fuck want to do that after all this? Like a person that don't see anything wrong with what they do. With that, I project my issues onto you and misplace blame. So again, a person that doesn't take accountability for their actions, So, and or you flip energies as you see fit. Okay. We have, I don't know what real love is due to past trauma. So in addition to you not knowing how deep these energies' unhealed wounds were, it's like you didn't really understand that they couldn't love you properly the way that you deserve to, or they couldn't be a friend to you and treat you with the morality that you deserved, or that family member didn't heal that wound that they got, so they couldn't give you the parenting that you needed. Doesn't make it right. This is what it is. This is what it is. They didn't heal their trauma. And for some of you guys that's dealing with like a energy that you're still in distance from, they send you messages telepathically, okay, through different ways, through music, downloads. Hurting you wasn't my true intentions, and I know this is not an excuse. I'm over here like bullshit, because how the hell do you do all of this and it wasn't intentional? Like, you got to be intentional to go. Everything that we just talked about, you have to take steps. You know how people say cheat, like if a person cheats and the way they cheated is having sex, and a person say, oh, I didn't mean to do it. Unless you was drugged out cold. In that case, then you raped. But no, it's too many steps in that. You gotta take your pants off. You gotta take your drawers off. You got like, it's too many steps. Like, that's an intentional type of thing. Ain't no way you can say hurting you wasn't my true intentions. So what's the intention? What was the intention? What's the true? So be mindful. You guys have to use your discernment with somebody. Oh, I didn't mean. And don't get me wrong, certain things are actual accidents. This one, nah. Right? So be mindful. Okay? I did what I wanted to do despite how you felt. Exactly. So this is intentional. I did what I wanted to do despite how you felt. Yet hurting you wasn't the true intention. So be mindful of somebody's words not matching. if somebody's words not adding up. Okay? No matter how good they may look, no matter how their presentation, no matter how gift of gabbing they may sound, talking some good talk, you're going to have to see through. No matter how good a situation may come off, you're going to have to see through something. You're going to have to see through somebody's shit. You got to see it for the shit that it really is, okay? Oh, and by the way, guys, this Oracle deck is by us, Download Spiritual Guidance. Download Spiritual Guidance is the other platform. So again, if you would like to add another deck to your collection, this deck is available for purchase. The link is in the description box, okay? Look at that. See? Still trying to hang on. Come here. Where you going? My apology isn't genuine. In reverse. So they're going to try to convince you that they're for real. I'm for real. I'm not lying. We have a soul contract to teach each other certain lessons. God already canceled this contract out. Look at that. I cheated on you or broke a promise. See what? So they broke the mission. For some of you guys, this was supposed to be somebody that was on a divine mission with you. They broke the assignment. Okay? They didn't do it. They didn't do what they were supposed to do. They didn't hang on. I blame others for my poor choices. In reverse. So not being upfront about what's going on, which means they're unable to provide you with what it is that you need. Or this was what happened before. They weren't able to be the parent. They weren't able to be the lover. They weren't able to be the friend. They weren't able to be the coworker. They weren't able to show up for you like they needed to. Or they weren't, or if this was like a dark elected situation, they already dark. But that doesn't mean that what they did was right. And bad, somebody tried to offer you up. And God said, absolutely not my baby. For some of you guys, y'all don't even realize all of this has been going on. This is a part of the spiritual awakening as your consciousness is growing. All right, final messages, guys. Final messages. We have greed in reverse. Karmic wheel. So this energy is trying to hide how money hungry they are, how greedy they are. This person was trying to, people, the energy trying to make it seem like how they are, you are. We have financial problems here, and we have forgiveness. So a part of this energy's karma for how they mistreated you is financial issues. Okay, so that's a part of the reason why they keep attacking too, is because it's like they're desperate and they're looking to you as an answer. It's like their well has ran dry, but their well was never like, it wasn't full of their water. It was full of other people's water. Like, as an example, like, okay, I'm going to use such and such water, boom. Such and such water, boom. So their well was like a mixture of a lot of people's different semens, okay, to really get it. And that's how they was able to attract a lot of different shit for some of you guys. I know it's a mixture of things. Monitoring spirit. So it's like they're constantly watching you, trying to see what you're doing, who you with, what you got, what can I get, what can I take, what can I steal. Going back to that stealing energy, look at that. Because their luck, quote unquote, they don't have any blessings coming in. They don't have they fucked up their destiny, right? It's like they fucked up their destiny by trying to fuck with you. Spiritual warrior in reverse. Because they didn't do what they needed to do with the assignment, right? They're trying to see, like, what options do you have? What you got going on? They're trying to keep their karma from being seen because they're embarrassed. Isn't that something? Holy Spirit. Karmic reader in reverse. Okay, so this is an energy that's in false light. They're not coming out to be the karmic energy that they are. Okay, so please be mindful. They're they're paying practitioners, or they're grouping people together to watch you. And some of these people may be in cloaked energy, so you may not be able to right away pick up on their energy or pick up on them doing this. So just to as a forewarning, okay? Because it's like they don't want you to win victory in reverse. It's like they feel like they lost. So it's like, since they feel like they're taking a loss, and since they feel like they can't get ahead, their wheel of fortune is in reverse. It's like they don't want your shit to be in motion, right? They don't want you to win shit, right? You're the superstar. You're the superstar, okay? God put you here. And they tried to cause financial problems to so they could have tried to cause. So we was talking about currency, right? Financial problems. So if you guys are having leakages in the different places and spaces that I'm telling you, this is a part of financial too. So what they cause to you is happening to them, if not worse. Okay, in the form of karma. And this is from them trying to be fucking greedy that they tried to hide. Okay, sitting there trying to win some shit. Look at that, spiritually depleted. Wasn't we just talking about Asian and how that's a form of currency loss? Okay, motherfuckers wonder, because of these cores. Because of the cores. You see the cores? See the cores? Imagine, okay, now imagine, all right. Imagine these cords being attached to like your third eye. And this is why your third eye is only functioning at like not its full capacity, because it's being siphoned through these cords to somebody else so that they can have gifts. Loss of currency. Let's say these cords is attached to your organ, your skin, and somebody's trying to say, oh, I want some of their clear skin. So they try to do some shit. Then you start noticing like, oh, why? What's going on? How come? Right? Okay, we got the chords here. Let's say you're a singer or you're a rapper or whatever the case may be. And let's say somebody, ooh, I want they flow. I want they get. That's how they do. That's how the people that they shop. They be Shopify, like shop. They be shopping like black magic, right? Ooh, what kind shop? They be shopping people. Ooh, I like how they look. I wanna steal their looks. Ooh, I like their spiritual gift. I wanna steal their gift. They go like they shop for people like they be like you go to a mall or a grocery store. And that's not okay. That's not okay. God is not okay with that. All right. And so with that being said, that's why God's letting you know, hey, this is what's going on. All right. Because they did not teach medical practitioners this when it comes to traditional medicine. All right. Because then they wouldn't be able to keep up that facade of, oh, aging is this. Aging is the loss of currency. All right. Via the Akashic records. All right, this is how Muggs went from living thousands, being able to live thousands of years, to struggling to make it to 100, and then trying to looking like a prune. No, that's not okay. This currency, okay. Again, let's say you would get the gab or you sing or some shit, and you a rapper. You wondering why it's harder for you to come up with shit now, or why why you can't reach certain notes. Because every time you sing, you open up your mouth. You don't know that somebody binded themselves to your voice or binded themselves to your gifts and shit. So every time you use your gifts or you sing, up here goes some energy traveling down the chords. You see this bell, or you see the end of this rope. Pretend the end of this rope is a person or entity. This is how somebody's been living off your energy this entire time. You're not seeing your full money because some it's being siphoned to somebody else. You're not seeing the potential of your full gifts being accessed because it's being siphoned to somebody else or something else behind the veil. If not both, if not a group, if not a coven. Some of y'all just don't know. But I didn't know either. And that's why we're here. So I can bring you the knowledge. All right? Because you can't do anything with knowledge that you don't genuinely have. My earth angels. All right. Please be mindful of wolves in sheep's clothing. Holy Spirit, what's the outcome here? A definite ending. And then I did, so we have a definite ending, okay? So they literally tried to prevent you from being able to mitigate this. Like these came out in reverse. Okay, so God is like, just to let you know, these energies are purposely trying to cause resistance in your life from you being able to offset the currency loss. All right, so that they can stay and have the upper hand and power. But remember, they were only able to make it this far because nobody knew, and the ones that knew were a part of the program. And the people who were a part of the program that ended up leaving the program were really afraid to speak out about it or as much because of the demonic bullying that would happen. Right? This is why they have breeders. This doesn't make it okay. But this is why in Satanism they have breeders so that they can have access to divine energy in a sense, so that they can suck the currency from them. This is why you may hear things about and you know energies and just different ways of siphoning because of the currency that it gives. Y'all remember, I'm trying to think, y'all remember Voldemort and y'all remember the mummy? Y'all remember how the mummy had to keep going to different people in order for him to get his vessel? He was sucking the life out of people. And remember Voldemort, when he passed, he didn't have a body. He had to live off of the back of somebody else's until he was able to suck enough to get his life form. That's what these cords are. That's what those cords are doing. Okay? And that's what your enemies have been doing with this black magic. Listen, judge and jury. Order in the motherfucking court. Hoes. Okay? And so, with that being said, this guy said, forgiveness for yourself in the healing journey. But this shit also at the same time, shit is unforgivable. But they have to go. See, they trying to bypass what the fuck they did. And God is saying, no, my kids that went through all this shit. You gonna have to go through this if you wanna, purify. They tried to prevent you from getting help. So understand that the obstacles are, if they're not karmic debt related to you, and you've been on the more up and up, then that means this is the spiritual virus related thing, the spiritual currency theft thing. This is not a God thing. God doesn't want this to happen. Because God is letting you know how it's happening, so you can start doing something about it. All right. And so when you start to help yourself, this is when it feels like this resistance starts happening and start to make things harder, because the dark side wants you to give up so that they could just take all your currency. You'll just say, fuck it. But God is saying, don't say that, because in essence, if they're stealing from you, they're stealing from me. and I'm almighty. I'm going to help you. All right? So, let's get a couple more, Holy Spirit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Robbery. God is harping on this, y'all. Robbery. Look at that robbery. Okay. Look at this. Mug's trying to hide the fact that they've been studying on how to rob you. Motherfuckers been studying on how to fucking rob you in the spirit realm and the physical realm. Right? And this has been unfair. This has been unfair. So the Spirit, what's the outcome? I keep asking about the outcome. And God keeps giving me, but wait, there's more. Okay, so I'm being guided to say this love spell. So this for these energies here, this energy loves you and wants you so much. They keep putting this love spell on you. Okay. And I'm also hearing too, they're trying to keep, so for some of you guys, love spells is what drove you and some of your friendships and your partnership apart. For others of you guys, this is what's keeping you from a part of the reason what's keeping you from your soul family and meeting your true divine counterpart for others of you. Okay? Empress in reverse. It's like purposely trying to keep you like a widow state. Dang. So I mean, it's pay attention to how this has been trying. Look at this. Look. I mean, trying to the money, your ability to grow, Empress energy, all because of jealousy of the fact that you're a superstar. You got the shit. You that shit. You the bag. That's not okay. That's not okay at all. So I hope this is making sense as to, listen, limitations. Oh, absolutely limitations. Exactly. Because if that was the case, God would have never kicked them out. Past life lovers. So you guys are reconnecting with some type of past life lover. Okay. Brothers of you guys, this energy that's been in cahoots with the dark side. They could have a God complex, like they didn't think God was gonna see this, but God did. God saw it all. This has been a part of this has been a part of the prophecy. Okay? And everybody has had their role in playing in it. Animal spirit guides. So you guys have you guys have protection, and a part of your protection is having animal spirit guides, okay? Especially like if you had like an animal that passed away, they are with you in spirit. All right. Just to let you know. Hopefully that could be a form of comfort for you. Dang. So we have a sneak attack in reverse. Y'all watch. I came out with another the last reading, that the last live I just did. Watch that. That's talking about a spiritual attack attempt. All right, we got spiritual attack in reverse. Wolf in sheep's clothing. So this energy could have tried to shapeshift in your dream state or in the physical realm, whatever the case may be, in order to try to trick you into some sort of activating some sort of demonic contract, demonic curse, hex. Well, God will do what I gotta do. I'm wearing gloves because I have the spiritual virus. So this is for energetic protection purposes. Ancestor connection. Yes, so these energies that sat there and came up against you and tried to cause all this ruin, not only is death a part of, and death doesn't always have to mean a physical death, though it can mean all things in your life is just death, like tumbleweed. Like you feel like you can't grow, you feel like your money not growing, you feel like you don't have what you need to eat and shit like that, right? So it feels like death. Your circumstances feel like death. There we go. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Um, well, and it looks like that might be the case, and that's another reason why they're so in despair. This karma is so bad, it feels like death to them. But they didn't do anything, or I mean, like they didn't care when motherfuckers shit was feeling like death to you. And it's not about tit for tat. This is the 949, the tooth for a tooth. This is God. They lost their connection to the spirit realm. In fact, they're losing their spiritual gifts. Everything that they took to you is not only being given back, but you're getting their gifts too. For them trying to strong arm you like they were God. Right? We saw God complex somewhere. See? Chosen avatar. You are a chosen one, honey. Yeah, it's like, pick on somebody your own size if you gonna do that shit. God complex in reverse. See, I was asking for this card. Listen, game, the fuck over, period. All right? So, and that's the outcome. See, be mindful. They keep trying to put you in this financial bind energy because this is where they are. This is where they are. They don't have a clean slate. They trying to stop you from having a clean slate. They trying to stop you from having positive movement forward. Okay? So, take heed of the plots of the enemy. And because remember, the intention of this reading is to let you know how things are what's happening spiritually and how things are playing out in the physical realm in the form of losses when it comes to your currency. And remember, the intention of this reading is to also let you know the different forms of currency other than just money, because they don't teach you anything other than just paper money. Other things that's considered as currency, so that you can pay attention to not only how the losses are happening, but where the losses are happening and how they're forming in the physical realm. All right? So, you're rich, bitch. Okay? And they're in a financial bind. All right? They're in a financial bind. But be mindful, because they're trying to cloak in your essence so that they can get out of this financial bind. So as they're cloaking in your essence, trying to attract opportunities to themselves, what do you think where do you think the energy that they are trying to that they're offsetting for themselves is going? Right? So this is what you need to clear off. Where's the other card? Shit. It'll come up. Shit. Oh, the financial problems. Well, we saw it. So the fact that financial issues came out about three times here. This is what they're going through. So they're trying to rob you spiritually and physically. Okay? What to do? I give you a gist of what to do is that you need to make sure that you are pouring into yourself as best as possible. Okay? That is how you're going to first and foremost start offsetting the loss. So, depending on your circumstances, again, this could be easier said than done. What you need to start eating more. But like eating your own energy. So eating at home more, and eating not necessarily like bad, or just like eating more foods that are better for you. Would make sure you're canceling out any demonic contracts that may be preventing you from receiving healing. Otherwise, it's going to feel like you're getting attacked after you do things that are good for you, because the kingdom of hell is using that as a justification to attack you, because they feel like, oh, well, nope, in this lifetime they said they weren't going to do this, so we using this, so we have a right to attack and steal. Okay? So it's a process. And so like pour into yourself, eat, play a game, um, go hang out with those that are fulfilling for you. Um, do clearings, but again, when you do clearings, you need to do. You could benefit from Reiki clearings, and you could benefit from psychic surgeries, like going into your Akashic records and removing the implants and the imprints, and so on and so forth. Um, that's how you can start replenishing this energy back in. Okay. And then start paying attention to the different ailments that you and or your family members have. So let's say a person may feel like they keep getting headaches, or they feel like they keep getting eczema or skin issues. That's a spiritual issue, right? um so then you would go see a spiritual practitioner who specializes in the Akashic records, and they can go and see, oh, this ailment is linked to a karmic debt. You have to serve this out and then you should be okay. Or, oh, this ailment is linked to someone performing black magic on you. Someone's been trying to harvest your energy. And this is how it's been um unfolding for you in this way in the physical realm. It's been unfolding for it's been unfolding in you having leg stiffness. It's been unfolding as you having car problems. It's been unfolding as you having um acid reflux, or some shit, or lupus. Okay, different type of ways. And so then once you find out the spiritual thing, then it's like, all right, now let's start doing the work to clear the spiritual issue. All right. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So the outcome is basically the tables have turned. They're in the position that they try to put you in, which is why they keep trying to attack you, because they're bringing up something. I saw somebody's license plate goody two shoot, like a goody two. They feel like you got it good, like they feel like you got it easy. They feel like you just a goody or some shit. And my thing is this: everybody don't have to look like what they've been through. The fuck. You feel me? Looks can be deceiving. Just like a motherfucker can. Lucifer was God's most beautiful angel, is what they said, right? What they said, right? Well, look at the shit that he does. Wolf in sheep's clothing, right? I don't care how good a motherfucker look. Check that heart posture. Check it. Check the spirit. Test the spirit. Okay, we were not against that in flesh, but that in spirit. So just because y'all don't look like what you've been through, that don't mean that you ain't been through shit. And just because you don't look like what you've been through, that don't mean you have to treat people like shit just because you went through shit. And see, these are the lessons that they're failing to learn and apply as wisdom. You ain't got shit to apply as wisdom if you ain't learning shit, right? So this is why they don't have a clean slate. They don't have a clean start. Their start is that Wheel of Fortune and reverse energy we saw earlier. Their new start is in the energy that they tried to put you in and keep you in and trap you in. Because look how much shit they was doing behind the scenes that they knew was causing loss, but you didn't know. A thief, robbery. That's what this is, okay? Well, God has some assistance coming in if it hasn't came in already. All right. God, yep, thou prepare a table before me in front of the presence of my enemies. Thou anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. So God has already prepared a table for you in front of your enemies. So while your enemies sat there and tried to destroy everything for you, try to destroy your money, right? Try to destroy your love life, try to destroy try to deplete you and leave you left for dead in some cases. And that's what it felt like. While they sat there, it tried to be you. Right? This was the attack that has been on a societal level and on an individual level. Everybody's waking up from this fucked up curse in the society. And everybody's waking up from this fucked up ass curse individually. And how it's been depleting you in the ways that it has been. Okay? And they sit up here still watching you. Okay? Because they depleted themselves. Now, they depleted themselves. They going through the exact same thing that they put you through. The difference is that God anointed you. And they don't have his help to make it through. And they can always repent. That don't mean that God is going to provide mercy through what they have to now pay back. Right? So, that's what we got for you guys. Thank you all for your love and support. It's truly, truly appreciated. And always remember, you make your own decisions. Peace out. Deuces.